Good morning. When I was younger reading car books, there was one quote that stood out from amongst the rest. And that quote was, to be an exhaust expert on YouTube, one must not fanboy over one exhaust manufacturer alone. And that is the reason why today I'm headed to SB Race Engineering to remove the Armitrix exhaust system from my BMW M3 and replace it with a frequency intelligence. This is by far the most expensive maze to get through. Whoa, it's like a ghost town in here. Morning.
Morning. What?
Yeah? 8 o'clock, bang on the dot.
Don't you rush for?
Huh?
Got your cars out yet? That's in a rush.
I know, but I wanted to see my exhaust system because I haven't seen it yet. Oh, they are.
Oh, they are actually quite nice.
Individually packaged. Oh yeah. Oh. For as long as I've known, whenever I bought a new car, I would always go onto YouTube and look for exhaust systems. Whilst I was in Monaco, I filmed that crazy red chrome Hurricane that was owned by Zed. That had frequency intelligence and he could not stop talking about it. So I went back to check out what it sounded like on the F80. And here, below me, we have got the exhaust system. My current setup on the BMW is straight through, decap straight through. It's mental. And on cold start, I'm not sure my neighbours like it. So with this system, we haven't gone decats. So I'm going to be using the stock cats. Oh, do you get it? Sorry. Are these your favourite jobs when you change my exhaust over and I get in the way with the camera?
Yeah.
And I'm in the way again, aren't I?
You still recording? Or?
I'm still recording, yeah. Not entirely sure whether I've shown this before, but my brake calipers have been wrapped in black chrome with monochrome BMW badges. Winter tyres are still on because I haven't seen this car for about 4 weeks, and we're still waiting for Michelin to send the Pilot Sport 4S tyres, and I'm going to get them fitted to the new wheels that I showed you on Twitter. If you haven't seen them, then check it out. They're on Instagram story. They were on Instagram stories and on Twitter, Barry. For the last 2 months, England has been experiencing some pretty awesome weather, some warm summer weather, sun, dry tarmac, and as I was showing you guys my winter tyres, which are going to be replaced quite soon, the heavens opened. I'm just uploading my video right now, which is the Porsche GT3 video with the IPE exhaust, and this is what has happened outside. So the UK has finally had some rain. About 1 hour before we're going to start my car for the first time and before Barry takes it out for the road test. My car is pretty horrendous when it comes to traction control, meaning are we going to get a proper soundbite of what the new frequency intelligence exhaust system sounds like? I'm not too sure. I think we're close to a startup. And the guys at SB are telling me that because now that it has the stock cats on, it should have a nicer tone, and the way that the exhaust has been fitted and the size of the bore of the exhaust, all of that is going to complement the sound of the car. So whereas before I was a little bit skeptical that it was going to sound any different, I just wanted it to sound a little bit calmer, a little bit quieter, because this is the car that I drive every day and my neighbours, well, complain sometimes. So I'm quite looking forward to hearing it now, because Barry definitely thinks that it will be a nicer tone. And Stuart's car here, which is the M4 Competition, has got a sports exhaust from BMW, and I really like that. So I'm hoping we've got something similar here. ETA on startup?
5 hours.
No. Still very loud. Very loud. Go back inside. It's a much nicer tone. It's a much... That sounds mean. What are you in?
Sport Plus.
Sport Plus.
It wasn't to start with.
Oh,
It's now.
is now.
That's efficient.
Sounds really mean. They're my exhaust expert glasses, which I suppose is quite topical. Quite topical, seeing as we have changed the exhaust system. It's not as shouty. It's not as shouty, which is definitely something that I want. Do you know what? It sounds quite like Stuart's M4. Overall,
A lot better.
a lot better. Nicer to fit.
Easy to fit.
Easier to fit.
Better fitting.
Better fitting. And a nicer sound at the end of it. I'm just so aware that if you put any more throttle down, you'll just get traction lights coming up.
We had it in a straight line going down the hill.
Really? So it's running on the stock valve system. You can get frequency intelligence on the button, but just for ease of fit, you can't beat the stock valve system, can you? It's the same as my Hurricane. Before I devalved it, it was on the stock system, so it was on the little rocker that's on the steering wheel. But this will be all done on Sport Plus, and now if we put it in comfort mode, which cruises around. I'm happy now. I feel like I got my car back, because before I didn't really enjoy driving it as much because it was too loud and a little bit, it wasn't a nice tone. But I think that was progressive.
Yeah.
When I first had it, it was a bit of a novelty, but then it just
Wears off very easily.
It started to wear off pretty quick, and also the valve system was a little bit. I think the exhaust deteriorated a little bit. Good word that.